Hello everyone. Our research is about the impact of fake news on organizational reaction and the role of public relations cross communication. Today, social media allows information to spread very quickly. However, fake news also spreads easily. It can reduce public trust and damage an organization's reputation. This issue is becoming more serious in Malaysia because social media is widely used. Therefore, this topic is important for both organizations and PR protectors. Many previous studies focused on fake news in political actions. However, there is limited research on how fake news affects organizational reaction in Malaysia. There is also a lack of studies on whether PR cross communication can reduce the negative effects of fake news. Because of these research gaps, we decided to conduct this study. This study has four research objectives. First, we want to examine the level of fake news exposure among social media users in Malaysia. Second, we want to study the relationship between fake news exposure and public trust. Third, we examine whether public trust affects organizational reaction. Finally, we investigate whether effective PR cross communication can improve organizational reaction.
Million users is high. We also expect that fake news exposure is related to public trust. Next, public trust is expected to have a significant relationship with organizational reputation. Finally, we believe that the effective PR crisis communication is positively related to organizational reputation.
Hello everyone, my name is Wu Yazhen. I will present chapter 2 literature review focusing on four main concepts in our study. First, fake news refers to false or misleading information presented as real news in the digital era. Social media as fake news to spread quickly and influence public's perceptions. Second, organizational reputation refers to stakeholders' overall evaluation of an organizational credibility and performance. A strong reputation helps organizations build confidence and maintain relationships with stakeholders. Third, public trust is an important factor in organizational success. However, exposure to fake news might reduce stakeholders' trust and create negative attitudes towards organizations. Lastly, previous studies showed that fake news can damage organizational reputation by creating negative perceptions and reducing credibility. Therefore, effective communication is important for organizations to manage misinformation. Alright, the live trial indicates that fake news expose public threat and organizational reputation and are closely related with, which provides the foundation for our research framework. Thank you.
Hello, dear professor. My name is Shen Yang. For my part, I will present chapter 2, which includes the literature review, conceptual framework, research gap, and theoretical framework. From the previous study, we found that fake news has become a big problem on social media. It spreads very fast and it can change what people think about an organization. Because of this, fake news can reduce public trust and damage an organization's reputation. Based on this study, we develop our REACH framework, which four variables: fake news exposure, public trust, organizational reputation, and PR crisis communication effectiveness. Our study looked at three main relationships. First, fake news exposure may use public trust. Second, public trust may influence organizational reputation. Third, effective PR crisis communication may help improve organizational reputation. These relationships are the main focus on our study. We also found a reach gap. Most Most previous studies focus on political fake news. They are fever studies about fake news that target organizations, especially in Malaysia. That is why our study focused on Malaysian social media users. Finally, we use 5 series to support our study: SCCT, image repair theory, agenda setting theory, framing theory, and accident theory. That series help explain how fake news affect organizations and why good PR communication is important for protecting organizational reputation. Thank you very much. That's all of my part.
Hello everyone, my name is Li Tianyuan. Today I will talk about the methodologies of our research. In this study, we used the quantitative research. It means we contacted the data using numbers. We use online surveys because it's easy, fast, and can reach many people. Our target was the Malaysian social media was who are 18 years old and above. We used the convenience samples. This means the invited people who were easy to contact and willing to join our survey. Yeah. In totally we got the 183 the valid responses. It's so many responders. Yeah, we made our the questionnaires with the Google form. We share it on feedback, Instagram, WhatsApp, and TikTok. The questionnaires used 4-point like the scales from the 1 strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. After we contacted the data, we used the IBM SPSS2 analysis. First, we used the descriptive analysis. It helps us choose our basic information to the respondent, such as the gender, age, and race. Next, we use the respondability analysis. We check the Cronbach's alphas and all the research results was above the 0.8. It means the questionnaires was reliable. Finally, we used the Pearson correlations analysis. It helps us study the relationship between the fake news, public trust, organizational reputations, and the PR crisis communication. We also made sure that everyone joined the surveys voluntarily. All answers was anonymous, and the data was only used for academic purposes. That's all. This is my presentation.
Hi, my name is Joel. Our research involved in 183 respondents. Based on the demographic profile, most respondents were between 18 and 24 years old, with a relative balanced gender distribution. The majority also reported spending more than 4 hours per day on social media, making them suitable participants for this study on fake news. For the reliability analysis, all variables achieved Cronbach alpha values above 0.80, ranging from 0.827 to 0.901. This indicates that all measurement scales are reliable and internally consistent. For the descriptive statistic, PR crisis communication recorded the highest mean score of 4.46, followed by fake news exposure at 4.21, and public trust at 3.88, and last, organization reputation at 4.09. This result indicates a generally high level of agreements among respondents. Lastly, the Pearson correlation analysis shows significant relationship between the variables with all p-values below 0.001. Fake news exposure had a significant negative relation with both public trust and organization reputation, while PR crisis communication showed a strong positive relationship with organization reputation. Overall, this finding supports our research objectives and provide a strong foundation for the discussion and implications of the studies.
The positive relations and organization reputation. The study also found the effective public relations crisis communication helps improve organizational reputation. This means that organizations should respond quickly, prove accurate information, and maintain transparent communication during a crisis. Overall, this study supports the situation's crisis communication theory, SCCT, and highlights the importance of public trust and effective crisis communication in protecting organizational reputation in the digital era. Thank you.